Wondering why you're bloated all the time? I have answers for you in this video. My name is Nicole Cieslak. I'm a functional nutritional therapy practitioner specializing in digestive and hormone issues. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay in loop when new content is published. If you have tummy bloat, you know how embarrassing and uncomfortable it can be. The good news is that you can overcome this digestive issue in just a few simple steps. But before we get into that, let's look at a few reasons why you might be chronically bloated. One of the common reasons for tummy bloat is digestive insufficiency, and so this means that your body doesn't have the proper amount of digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid, which is our stomach acid, to properly break down your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins, which are known as your macronutrients. And so every food we eat contains some ratio of those, and we need to be able to break them down into very, very small, easily digestible particles so that they can pass through our systems and then come out the other end. We need our food to be mush so that it can pass through the digestive system. So this starts in the mouth with us chewing our food thoroughly at least 25 to 30 times per bite. And then our stomach acid and enzymes will help do the rest. But this is a very common issue because a lot of things today contribute to digestive insufficiency. So chronic stress is a big one that a lot of us are dealing with. And then poor diet. And so, when you're eating a diet high in refined and processed foods and sugar and low in, colorful veggies and quality protein and things like that, it erodes your stomach acid and your digestive enzymes, making it very hard for you to break down those foods. And then also lack of sleep is another one. When you don't get enough sleep, your digestive system isn't able to function optimally. And so there are just a lot of things that can lead to digestive insufficiency today. Certain medications can also interfere with the digestive process, including antibiotics. And so this brings me to my second point, which is that antibiotics are incredibly damaging to the gut lining, but they also have a history of destroying and eroding our stomach acid and our digestive enzymes. So because antibiotics are very rough on our system, they can actually cause digestive issues like acid reflux, heartburn, GERD, and bloating after meals. Another thing to look out for with a history of chronic antibiotic use is that because we have low stomach acid as a result, this leaves the door wide open for pathogens like bacteria, parasites, and fungal infections to kind of sneak in the door and get into our bodies, because our stomach acid is one of our biggest defenses against pathogenic infections. And so when we have low stomach acid, we're more susceptible to those kinds of infections, and then this can cause more digestive issues, including chronic bloat. So if you do struggle with constant bloat, you definitely want to rule out a pathogenic infection or something called SIBO, which stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This simply means that we have bacteria growing in our small intestines where they do not belong, and it creates a lot of bloating, a lot of gas, digestive, issues like constipation, diarrhea, or a mix of both. I personally struggled with SIBO because I had taken a lot of antibiotics post-surgery, didn't know about it, and so SIBO can be pretty bad for a lot of people, and one of the biggest symptoms of SIBO is tummy bloat and a very hard, distended stomach. So dehydration and constipation are also two other reasons why you might be chronically bloated. So when we don't have enough water in our systems, our body actually will retain what it does have and will actually become bloated. This is known as fluid retention, because our body will try to hold on to the water because it needs it for our cells to function, for literally all of our essential body processes to run optimally. And our body can't make water on our own. We have to get it externally. And then constipation. So when we're constipated, food is literally blocked and backed up in our intestines. It's trapped, it can't get out. And so that just kind of stalls the entire elimination and digestion process. And so constipation and bloat go together. Constipation can actually also be connected to dehydration. So we need our intestinal lining and our cells and our intestines to be very, very lubricated in order for food to pass through it. And so when we don't have enough water, everything is just kind of dry and stuck, and stool can become impacted and blocked, like I already talked about, and so this can be a sort of natural pairing. In addition to dehydration, some other reasons why you might be constipated include not enough fiber in the diet, chronic stress, eating foods that you're sensitive to or allergic to, and then living a very sedentary or inactive lifestyle with not enough movement. In that same vein, most people overlook food sensitivities, intolerances, or allergies as a source of their chronic bloat and indigestion. Because when you're eating foods that you're sensitive to, it creates inflammation, creates a histamine response, and the body is kind of freaking out. So this halts all digestive processes. You'll get bloated because of the inflammation. And so you really want to try to remove all of those foods. And so usually, if you develop a lot of sudden food sensitivities, you might also be dealing with something called leaky gut, which causes systemic inflammation and again can cause bloating and other digestive disorders. So, what can you do to help ease your bloat? Number one, make sure you're getting enough water. You want to be drinking at least half of your body weight in water a day. More if you're sweating and working out, or if you're drinking diuretics, which will dehydrate you. And you definitely want to, don't forget your electrolytes, so add in a pinch of sea salt with maybe a little bit of lemon juice, or look into some low-calorie, low-sugar electrolyte powder solutions. And number two, you can help stimulate your digestive enzymes and stomach acid through natural foods and even some supplementation. So you can get some apple cider vinegar at your local health food store, and you can mix it with some water. So you'll do 1 part apple cider vinegar, typically a tablespoon, and 3 parts water, 4 to 6 ounces. And drink that 30 minutes before a meal, and that'll help stimulate your digestive enzymes and your stomach acid. You can also pick up some natural herbal bitters at your local health food store to take about 10 to 15 minutes before eating your meal, again to help stimulate those digestive juices. You definitely also want to consider a high quality probiotic to add in regularly to help keep your microbiome balanced and healthy. You can also incorporate a lot of probiotic rich foods, which are your fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, creme fraiche, beet kvass, kombucha. All of those are really great to add in addition to a high quality probiotic supplement. And then of course you want to also be removing any of those food sensitivities or food intolerances that you have uncovered based on symptoms, to give the gut time to heal, to reduce that bloat and kind of get things back on track. And you definitely also want to be consuming water soluble or water rich foods and vegetables. So celery, cucumbers, things like that are going to just help retain water in the intestines so that stool can be bulky and can pass through unobstructed and reduce bloat. For more immediate relief, you can try some soothing teas like chamomile, ginger, peppermint, turmeric, and fennel, which really can help with digestive issues like bloating. And then also getting high quality aloe vera juice or gel to consume can be really incredible for helping with fluid retention related bloat. And then lastly, if you are bloated due to constipation, you can try some temporary natural remedies like senna leaf tea, Cascara sagrada, and then magnesium citrate in capsule or powder form. You typically want to take about 500 to 600 milligrams of mag citrate in the evening with a big glass of water to help produce a nice, normal, healthy bowel movement in the morning and help you regulate. And that's all you need to know about tummy bloat and some quick, simple tips to help ease that digestive issue so that you can get back on track and get your life back. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a comment, leave a question, or share a future topic idea. I will see you in the next video. Stay healthy.